First of all, congratulations on making it onto Survivor, especially with your wild story of how you got on being an alternate. Um,
Dude, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I know it's a disappointing ending for you, but like you said in Tribal Council, it's 10 more days than you ever thought you'd get. So that's still really fun.
I know, and it's like it is weird. It's like it's bittersweet, but it's like very very bitter, very sweet, I guess. Like, it's very intense, right? Because it's like to go from 0 to 10 to not 26, right? Like you have so many hopes and dreams into Survivor and yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. So you found out you were going into the game like less than 12 hours before filming started, right?
Oh yeah. And it's like once I heard, I like could not sleep a wink. I was like, are they tricking me? Are they punking me? Is this like was I on the show the whole time? Like why would they wait until this late? And it was just I had to make that mental flip from somebody who's gonna go home into the loving arms of his fiance to like being on an island with a bunch of people that are ready to backstab and and cheat against you.
And how did you react when you got the news?
Dude, okay, so I think my reaction was it was just pure elation, dude. So let me set the stage. So they at Ponderosa before the game starts, everyone is together. I get pulled aside by one of the handlers into the field, basically. And I'm wondering like I don't really understand why this is happening. Like the game is about to start, like why are we talking to me right now? And I get pulled into the field and they say, Jason, how does it feel to be on Survivor 49? And I'm like, what? Because this is like I said, like hours before the game starts. I'm like, how does that even work? Like, I don't understand. Like, don't I have a flight that I have to catch? Like, don't I have to be in the airport right now? And I like lose all motor function to my legs. I collapse on the ground and I just start screaming. I'm like, it was it's actually the craziest thing that has happened in my life. Like probably will be like I can't even enumerate 10 things that are crazier than that. And they're like, "Yeah, and by the way, go back to your seat and don't talk. And and we'll see you in the morning." And I'm like vibrating like the entire time like, "Oh my God," because I don't know, it's like I have like my fiance, my family, they're all expecting me to come home. They don't get the flight info. And instead, like, I'm gone. Like, I'm out of there for like over a week. I was there for 10 days and like, oh my God, it's insane. Like, fever dream.
Yeah. So they drop that news on you and then they're like, and now be quiet. And you're like,
And now be quiet and now go to sleep. And I like tried my best to be quiet, but like, I could not go to sleep.
yeah, I bet your mind was racing. And
Insane.
when did you find out that MC was also going into the game?
So there's a point where the alternates realize that we're the alternates. So I knew that MC was the alternate before that happened. And it's interesting because I was pulled out first and I was like, "Oh my God." Like it was like happy, happy, happy and I was like, "Oh shoot. She isn't get to play. It's just me." That's like so devastating for her. But then I see her get pulled out to the side, same way that I did. And I'm like, "There's no way. That's insane. Oh my God." Like two people? That's crazy. And I see her come back and she's trying to like hide a smile and I'm like, yeah, she got told the exact same thing. So it was crazy and like we also ended up on the same beach together too. Incredible. Like, oh my God, like a fairy tale.
Yeah, and did you two ever talk about being the alternates once you were at the camp?
Oh yeah. And it was like it's one of those things that I think bonds 49 as a cast together, right? Everybody knew that we were the alternates and like I think that we have this shared experience. So of course like it's so vivid, especially day one. It just happened. Like I think that me and MC made like a really strong bond almost like right off the bat. Like we were there for each other. We were gonna like ride or die with each other. I don't think it comes out in the episode. There's a little bit less to show that shows in the edit, but like me and MC were like so tight on Hina.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because you both had this unique experience. So it's like even without talking before the game started, you had a bond because of that.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, like just the circumstances of it being so soon. I think that it's like that I can't even imagine that any alternate in Survivor history was told that close. Like it's like 11th hour, 59th minute, 30 seconds, you know?
What kind of strategy talks did you have before Tribal Council for this episode that viewers may not have seen?
Well, I think that for me, it was hard for me to break in, right?
Mhm.
I think that I truly felt it was a 5-on-1 because Sophie was so easily enfolded into what old Uli was. So I really felt like she was gonna vote with them no matter what. And my only hope was for to kind of like I guess encourage and facilitate a move that was internal fighting, right? And I think that, I knocked and I tried to like figure something out. I don't have the social capital to spearhead something, but I'm gonna sniff for stuff.
Hmm.
And what happened was Savannah, pretty early in the day, me, Savannah, and Sophie have a conversation on the beach about, okay, if we wanted to keep everybody from different tribes to kind of figure out like how to navigate the post merge with as many in other people into the fold as possible. Like we need to vote out some Uli tonight. Music to my ears, right? Obviously engineered to be music to my ears.
Hmm.
And they pitched the idea of, oh, what do you think, Jason? Who should it be? And I'm like, well, I want to do whatever you guys want to do, but like the three of us are here. And I don't know, let's just start talking about people. And when I think I floated Rizzo, they immediately latched onto it because like they don't care. They're like, whatever, as long as Jason's happy and pacified. So I think that a lot of what you didn't see for the strategy was me circling back with Savannah, like, hey, is this something that you want to do? I don't want this to be my move because, like, I want to do whatever you're comfortable with because I want to build these relationships moving forward. And it's basically just this huge wild goose chase that she throws on me and keeps circling back. And I think that Savannah does a really good job. Um, like obviously she turns somebody that was like willing to tell everyone I'm playing my shot in the dark into somebody who just like straight up I just don't do it, because I was so convinced by her. Obviously, like I think in hindsight there are a lot of signals, but when you have nothing to go off of and someone like gives you that hand, like I was like so grateful for it. I didn't realize that she was ready to just like throw me off the cliff.
So it was Savannah who convinced you not to play your shot in the dark. Because in the episode, it kind of seems like Jawan comforted you, but you think it was Savannah.
I think that me and Joanne had a really strong personal connection. I didn't see Joanne as being very strategically like wanting to play as hard as Savannah.
Hmm.
So I think that I really liked the relationship I built with Joanne. I think that as much as personal relationships are cool, Savannah gave me a plan that said, "Hey, I'm sticking my neck out for you." And in my head, I'm like, if I don't reciprocate that, then this is like going to ensure that I am like going to be voted out next. So I took a chance because she was very convincing to me, and it got me.
Yeah, and so that's why you voted for Rizzo. Did you expect anyone else to vote for Rizzo? Like how you seemed in tribal council, you were like, it's naive to trust anything that you hear in Survivor, which is correct. So I wonder how much doubt you had that other people were going to write Rizzo's name down.
I think that I knew that so everyone independently had gone up to me. I'm all like, so have you talked to Savannah? And they're like, yes. So we're writing Rizzo's name down. Like Nate came up to me, Sophie came up to me, and Jawan came up to me, and I was all like, okay, like I'm making sure that it's like, who did you hear this from? I think that everybody kind of like worked me as a team. I was like a very strong bonding experience for them to work as a strategic unit. It's like I'm like this little caged animal, and everyone is like practicing how to like deceive him. But yeah, I mean, I think that I when I was saying like it's naive for you to trust someone, it's like I believed that, but I also felt like so many different people had talked to me that like they all had to have been working in a unit for this to have not worked, right? So I think, yeah, I don't know, like it's tough when it's like a plan requires you to drink a little bit of Kool-Aid in order for it to work. And I think I just drank too much that I was just, like completely like divorced from reality at a certain point. It's like, bro, just play your shot.
Yeah, so you were blindsided a little bit, you think?
I think so. I think that I was blindsided because I was worked up to being blindsided. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
think that people were giving me a lot of false information and for the purpose of like me to not play my shot.
Right. Do you think that this Uli alliance made a mistake in declaring war against the old Hina tribe?
I don't know. It's hard to say because it's like it's not that they made a mistake, it's that they picked a path. You know what I mean? I don't think that you can walk into the challenge next episode down, like basically like removing all the and say like, oh no, we're all good. I think that they've made a decision. I think that if they had come back and had voted out another Uli, and I think that like Savannah in Confessional really does lay it out. It's all like we have a choice to make. It's like, would you rather like have something that is more fluid, or would you rather be the winners of the war, right? Like we declared war and we won. Uli, 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 right? So I think that it'll be interesting to see how things shake out from here. But I wouldn't say that anything is necessarily a mistake. It's just a choice.
Sure, totally. And were you really as like Hina strong as the Uli Alliance believed you to be? Because Savannah was like, this is a threat. Like he only wants to work with Hina. But I'm like, I don't know. He seems willing to work with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that I was willing. I think that the problem is like, when you're in that hot seat, anything you say is super scrutinized, right?
Sure.
When I'm being pumped for information, like Jason, who has the idol? Jason, like, what are the dynamics on Hina? Who's close with who? I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like trying to like be friendly, but I don't want to like burn every single bridge and then they huck me overboard anyways, right?
Mhm.
So it's like I think that it's tough. I think that if I was playing hard, I would have also been sussed out. Like if I had like done what Matt did and like tried to go behind people, I would have been sussed out. I think that it's just sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation.
Yeah.
And especially that first vote, I just wanted to make myself feel more agreeable than Matt because that's truly who the vote was the first time. And I think I don't know, like is me having like basically played with a tribe of people for 7 days, coming to new people saying like, hey, like I want to get to know you all, like, but like if you want, like all I have is information about the old tribe. If you want to like ask me about it, I'll tell you some, and that can I guess get interpreted as I'm in love with like the old Hina tribe, right? So I don't know. I think the people will find ways to like to market against you, and I think that that was just the one that they picked.
Yeah, it's like everything is subjective, right? So you could be saying like, "Yeah, I have information. Do you want me to share it?" But if they're not, but some people might take it, and how I guess how Savannah took it was like, you're not like going hard and like giving me this information without me asking. You're not trustworthy.
Yeah, right. And it's like, if there's someone to hate you or at least like be sus of you, it's like I think Savannah's fine. Where it's like I think that she's been suspicious of a lot of people. So I'm just joining a club. She didn't single me out. It was just my turn to be in the hot seat.
Sure, yeah, and I mean that's the game. And then just to wrap up, what else do you wish that fans could have seen?
Yeah, I mean, I actually really think that just like the relationship that I had with MC and a little bit also the relationship that I had with Jawan for the little bit of time that we had together. My strategy going into the game was to make like strong social bonds with different people, and I think that I did make those. Unfortunately, they weren't there to help me in my time of need. But I don't know. It's like I had a really great time out there. I like wish that they spent a little more time on the alternate stuff, just because, at least from my point of view, right? That's like where it begins and that's where it ends. That's like my whole experience is like this is like a once in a jillion lifetimes kind of thing. And MC lived through the exact same thing. And I wish that they kind of dove into her experiences more too, because we felt very similarly and it bonded us.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. And again, congrats on your performance on the show. You were really fun to watch.
Thank you.